Welcome back in here to Wade Stadium here in Duluth, Minnesota for the greatest post-game show on turf. The Rochester Honkers take this one from the Huskies on the road by a score of 10-5. Overall, it was a pretty fun game to watch. The Honkers scored a lot of runs, especially in the later half of the game, but the Huskies really just didn't show up that much offensively.
Yeah, it was a really even game, and similar to last night, Rochester had the bases loaded a lot of times in this game. Tonight they came through. That 3-run double by A.J. Campbell gave them the lead that they never really looked back with. In that 8th inning, it all kind of came tumbling down for Duluth. A couple errors, a lot of walks, really made some mistakes for the Huskies. Honkers able to split this series, which is a big result for them.
Yeah, on the mound tonight for the Huskies, it was Jake Hamilton getting the start. He looked really good in his first couple of innings pitched and then just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, absolutely. He started to lose control, and that's what happens when you have those strikeout pitchers. He had 55 pitches when he had those 7 strikeouts, and as that game went on, he wound up giving up some of those runs. That bases-clearing double by Campbell, as mentioned, the single by Tyler White. Ultimately, it was still a strong piece of effort, though, from Jake Hamilton. Something to build off of going into his next start.
From a batting perspective, 2 really good hitters tonight. Bobby Blanford and Noah Marcello both had some really good games overall.
Yeah, 3 hits again for Bobby Blanford. Showed off some of those extra base hits, which we'll see in a moment. And Noah Marcello reached all 5 times that he got on. Had that RBI double in the 9th as well.
All right, let's look at some highlights from tonight's game. Let's start it off in the top of the 4th inning. Rochester gets on the board early with a 3 RBI double there from A.J. Campbell. Look at that one just bounce off the wall into the fog. That was bases loaded and 2 outs. Good base running overall, and that really started to break this game open for the Honkers.
Yeah, now 9 RBIs for A.J. Campbell on the season. Really needed that hit. But the Huskies did hit back. Cam Frederick now with 4 RBIs in this series. He had another sacrifice fly in this one.
Yeah, in the bottom of the 5th inning, Christian Campbell hit an RBI single through the gap near the right side to make this game 4-3, and this is where you thought the Huskies were right back in it.
Yeah, Caden Edwards came out of the bullpen, and he was dominant. Struck out the side in the top of the 6th to keep the Huskies in it.
Yeah, then in the top of the 7th, you see more of the same. A couple more strikeouts for Caden Edwards. But in the top of the 8th, the Honkers score a lot on some walks. Mason Burns really didn't have a whole lot of control, walking a ton of batters. They ended up scoring 5 runs in that 8th.
Yeah, it was a really, really tough outing for Mason Burns. Didn't get a bunch of help from a couple of errors, a couple of defensive misplays from the Huskies, as Rochester really were able to take this game over in the 8th. Huskies did show some fight. J.D. Rogers came through with another RBI, just poking that one down the left side. And then Noah Marcello hitting that RBI double. As you mentioned, really nice night for Marcello. Ultimately not enough for Duluth, who dropped to 9-5 on the season.
So overall, the Honkers take this one from the Huskies by a score of 10-5. For Rochester, 10 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 11 men left on base. But for the Huskies, 5 runs on 11 hits, also 2 errors, and 12 men left on. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Northwoods League Baseball Network. We'll see you again tomorrow for another game against the Mankato Moondogs. Until then, good night, everybody.